Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Fuko and today we have a look at the Stygi Moloch, or Stygi for short. And this one is an early game tame and it is amazingly helpful, and I'm gonna show you everything there is about this new creature. Or not that new, it's not that new of a mod, but still. First of all, we have the old vanilla patchy here, and it looks like an old crooked bald man. It's quite the useless mount. It's extremely squishy, extremely small. It needs a saddle to ride, and it doesn't do anything particularly well. It's basically a completely wasted addition to the Arc catalog. So, what did the amazing modders of Arc do? They created this Stygi, which is an upgraded version of the patchy, basically. It's double the size, it's about the same size as a raptor, but much beefier. Has a much more awesome looking head plate. Looks actually like a fearsome foe, if you ask me, with these long horns coming all the way out of his skull. It's a really nice model, really close to the real-life Stygi Moloch that existed. And this is the saddle, which makes it look even more badass. It has like this giant head plate, which makes it even more awesome looking. So, what is the Stygi particularly good at? First of all, it is an early game Ankylosaurus. It can farm pretty much all the minerals that somebody could need in the early game stages. It farms flint with a small amount of rocks. It farms metal, it farms obsidian, it farms crystal, and it can also farm berries with his alternate attack very efficiently. So what makes this one especially helpful is that you can actually mount it without a saddle. You don't need a saddle to ride this thing, which means you can actually tame and use these as soon as you are able to unlock tranquilizing arrows, which is at level 21. Maybe you get some of these with a drop a little bit sooner. Yeah, slingshot, a slingshot. You can also use a slingshot at level 5, but that one will take a while, because if you are knocking these out, don't aim for the head. Always aim for the body, which should be self-explanatory because their head is armored to the brim. So they almost take absolutely no damage to their head. Aim for the for the body. And it takes a little bit of time to actually knock these out, because they have like full body protection against projectiles. Like the rest of the body has like 50% protection or something. It takes a long time to actually take these out. For like a small creature as this, they have a bunch of torpor too. So, they farm pretty much all the resources. Let me write one of them and show you the actual attacks. It has a normal left mouse button attack like any other thing. It does like the little headbutt attack. And this headbutt attack actually raises torpor in the enemy target as 1-to-1 to the damage it deals. So if you deal 500 damage with the headbutt, it also increases the torpor of the target by 500. Which is increasingly helpful because these guys are amazing in knocking things out, other than the vanilla patchy. The right mouse button puts you into a headbutt charge. And this headbutt charge pretty much consists and holds on until you ran into something or you fall down a ledge. It never stops until you like run out of stamina. But these things, let me tell you, they never run out of stamina. If you tame yourself a high level one, you can basically cross the entire fucking map without ever running out of stamina. And they are also extremely fast while in the headbutt stance. So yeah. The C button is the tail swipe. which is the attack that is extremely helpful in harvesting berries for your early game needs. So yeah, the normal left mouse button harvests minerals. They bump their head into the minerals and break. Let me show you here. As you can see, you get a lot of metal, you get a lot of flint, and a tiny bit of stone. So it's basically just like an early game Enki. What else can it do? So I have already showed you it doesn't need the armor, the saddle to ride it. But if you have the armor from the saddle, it actually gives you 50 armor, which is double the amount of a normal saddle. So these guys profit a lot from actually using the saddle. 50 armor is nothing to scoff at. That's actually making you extremely survivable in the open world. The saddle unlocks at level 33. But as I said already, you can pretty much mount and use them from level 1 if you get the means to actually knock them out. So here we are in the Ragnarok fields. There are a lot of big targets that I can demonstrate the power of this little thing perfectly on. So as I said before, the left click does basically 100% of your damage as Torpor. Let me demonstrate. I'm dealing 262 damage and every single attack raises Torpor by the same amount, as you can see. But the downside of this attack is that squishy targets will probably die before you can actually knock them out. So that is where the headbutt comes in. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing is amazing for knocking things out. The headbutt deals 150% torpor of what your current melee damage is, which means I am currently on 860% melee. That means I am dealing more than 1300 torpor with each headbutt charge, which I'm gonna demonstrate right now. So this one is on 700. It should be over 2000 after my headbutt hits. And now it's on 2000 torpor. It is amazingly effective at knocking things out. You don't need any tranking equipment, you don't need arrows, you don't need long neck, you don't need darts. You just go into the field with your patchy and knock things out on the spot basically. And because the basic primitive saddle gets you 50 armor, you are also very, very sturdy and survivable. Which makes this one a prime low to mid game tame, in my opinion. And even end game tame, because you don't need to craft endless amounts of darts. And it's much, much more fun to actually ram into your target and knock them out like that. Let me try it on a target with a little bit less torpor. Ah, there's a Parasaurus. That's a perfect. He has 300 torpor. Let me knock that one out. One hit. And there it goes. Very effective. You don't need any tranking equipment. Just take your Stygi into the field and you are perfectly set up. So yeah. Last but not least, I'm gonna show you how good these things are actually at getting around the map. They can actually be way more helpful than stuff like a Gallimimus or a Raptor, because they are way more sturdy. So, all you have to do is level your Stygi fully into movement speed. Mine is on 225% right now. And then you go into your headbutt charge. I will probably run into these, so I'm gonna rearrange. And you can see, as soon, please go out of my way, thank you. As soon as you go into your headbutt charge, you are getting so much momentum and getting so fast around the map. It's amazing. And I never leveled this one into stamina either. They just never run out. You're getting so much distance between each stamina reloads. Woo! So I basically covered the entire dunes in about, what was that, 30 seconds? Yeah, very, very fast indeed. So this one is basically an all-rounder for the early to mid-game and amazingly helpful for knocking out stuff too. And I forgot to show you, it has a little cute jump as well. So yeah, this was this Digimoloch. Get yourself one as well and start knocking out stuff willy-nilly. I hope you liked this video. I am Fuko and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.